Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use, tips the balance in favor of fair use. I guess second time's going to be a charm, you guys, because I didn't press the button when I was recording earlier. So get your barf bags ready, because it's barf worthy. This is written by the Church of Scientology cult, in my opinion. Church of Scientology Community Forum highlights the truth, lies, about human trafficking, lies, and what can be done to stop it. Church of Scientology International, January 8th, 2025. I'm not going to read that whole little paragraph. For some bizarre reason, they don't know how to write very well in Scientology because they list the same paragraph twice. A community open house sponsored by the Church of Scientology in Seattle raises awareness about child sex trafficking in Washington State. Seattle, Washington, and Los Angeles, California, January 8th, 2025. Taking action and getting results were the keynotes of this year's commemoration of UN International Human Rights Day at the Church of Scientology of Washington State. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Shared Hope International, an organization that strives to bring an end to sex trafficking. Can you imagine the audacity of these people? A three-pronged approach of prevention, outreach, and intervention services, and to bring justice to survivors. Meanwhile, they're probably, I would venture to say, in real time, children are being essayed in Scientology, and they're being punished, told they pulled it in, and that they're out 2D. While the parents are nowhere to be found, guardians nowhere to be found, unless the guardians themselves are abusing them, which does happen. Constantly threatening and intimidating former child Scientologists that were sexually abused while they were in Scientology. Allegedly killing their dogs. There's a lot of research and evidence to point that they do kill people's dogs. You know. And this sounded like a lot like Masterson's, when he was found guilty and they were threatening and intimidating the women that were AR'd and drugged by him. Echoing the UN's theme for the day, our rights, our future right now. Can you guys imagine this? Mr. Yarnell spoke with passion and conviction on the importance of putting an end to sex trafficking, an issue of critical importance to Washington State residents. I'd like to know who this Mr. Yarnell is. More likely he's a Scientologist. Yarnell informed those attending of legislation passed in 2024, Senate Bill 6006. Interesting how we got sixes there. That supports victims of human trafficking and sexual abuse. This bill gives victims the ability to gain civil orders of protection from traffickers. Oh, would that be the children that are in Scientology right now then? Allows for out-of-court statements. Provides for victim compensation. Yeah, because they deny compensation to all the child Scientologists that were essayed in Scientology, and more of them keep coming out every single day. And the statute of limitations, they're stretching it out a little longer, so Scientology should get ready. We know you love our children in there. There's plenty of evidence on public record to prove that. Is that freedom of religion too? Without any time limitations, and eliminates the statute of limitations for sex trafficking prosecutions. Well then, get ready, Scientology, because you're going to get prosecuted. Washington's Task Force Against Trafficking of Persons reports. You see how they write this stuff? I believe they just go to other websites and just pull it straight from other places. You know, like I'm a Gen Xer, we used to go to, sometimes as children, you just copy word for word from the encyclopedia. That's what this reminds me of. Task Force Against Trafficking of Persons reports that the state is a hotbed for the recruitment, transportation, and sale of people for labor. Notice, you guys, I tell you over and over how they code. What word haven't we seen so far? Child. Not one time. They think children are adults in small bodies. And LRH believes kissing a 7-year-old girl on the lips passionately should be accepted by that girl. The report reveals that Seattle is part of a trafficking circuit that can include Honolulu, Las Vegas, New Orleans, Portland, Vancouver, Clark County, Yakima, and Canada. And then it just runs straight into this goofy paragraph. The National Human Trafficking Hotline, so they probably went straight to that website for this, reported last year that 202 sex trafficking and labor trafficking cases were identified in Washington state, involving 367 victims. Notice there's no prosecutions to my knowledge. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to go look it up. The International Labor Organization estimates 27.6 million men, women, and children. Oh, wow. They actually use the word children. You know why? They pulled it from someone else's website. Are subjected to forced labor, that's my opinion, generating some 236 billion US dollars in illegal profits every year. Well, you guys would know Scientology. You would know, wouldn't you? You guys should be getting ready for all the lawsuits coming your way. There's going to be a lot more of them, and you won't be able to keep up. This is hard to read, honest, you guys. Dave Scattergood, a local advocate with Youth for Human Rights. Well, then that just right away tells us he's a Scientologist. And how old is he? Presented the organization's free educational materials. There they go. There's the propaganda. At the open house. You know, wanted more child labor. That's what they should put on the sign. We want more child labor. We want more child brides. We want more child auditors so the child auditors can make us a lot of money, even though they have to ask sexual questions, which is against the law and also child sex abuse. At the open house. The booklets and videos based on the Universal Declaration of Human Rights can be ordered. Yeah, wouldn't you guys love to do that? From the Youth for Human Rights website, which also offers a free online course. Of course it does. It is vital that our youth are educated on their basic human rights. Can you guys even imagine this? Meanwhile, all the children they're sending to ethics handlings, the 2-year-olds that they're saying when the 2-year-old cries because they're tired or hungry, they tell them that they're inturbulated. They don't want their babies showing emotion. They give their infants barley water. How dumb can you be? The program was inspired by humanitarian, listen to this, you guys, and convicted felon who believes kissing a 7-year-old girl on the lips passionately should be accepted by her. And all the Scientology mothers are freaking fine with that. Who declared human rights must be made a fact, not an idealistic dream. Oh, how profound, you guys. From the convicted felon. Fraud in Belgium and France. The original series, Voices for Humanity, bleh, on the Scientology network, bleh, documents the remarkable results achieved by the program. Is that why? What was it? Fat Grammy had said, what is the suicidal percentage? Suicidal ideation or successful suicides, something like 22% of the, I forget exactly. I thought it was 22% of the Scientologists. I guess that must be the remarkable results, huh? Or all the ones they cover up. I believe a lot of these weird deaths are the M word. Everybody's covering up for them. The Church of Scientology cult of Washington State is an ideal Scientology organization. There's no ideal. There's nothing ideal about it. Dedicated in 2010 by Scientology ecclesiastical leader Mr. David Miscavige. For more information or for assistance in setting up a chapter of United for Human Rights or Youth for Human Rights. Can you guys imagine this? Visit the church cult at 300 West Harrison Street in Seattle or the church website. Okay, that's enough for me. I'll leave the link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.